Good evening, everyone. My name is Jorge Prieto, and I go to Lighthouse Community Charter School. My project was the RC tank, and so basically what it is an Arduino R3 connected to an Arduino motor shield, which is then plugged into two gearboxes, and then I had to take apart a PS2 dongle that wirelessly connects to a PS2, and then solder it to the Arduino motor shield. It was a fairly simple project in that it was just, what had to be done like electrically wasn't very difficult. I feel like what was most difficult was just figuring out all the coding, seeing as I'm not really adept at coding yet, and I hope to get better. But basically, what was difficult was that I was supposed to order a different type of motor shield, an Adafruit motor shield, and I didn't order that because I didn't exactly know very well about electrical engineering and stuff like that. So I ordered a different one thinking it wouldn't be very different, and that wasn't the case. So I had to basically look for libraries all over the internet and try to see if I could a way to connect my motor shield to my Arduino, and I found this autonomous code. And I was like, oh, okay, this is great. I can move my robot. And then what I did was I took parts from that autonomous code and I applied it to my teleoperated code through this, and I was able to finally run my robot. And originally, one problem was we thought it was broken. We thought something was wrong with the code or something was wrong with the electrical, and so it would just nudge forward. Every time I pressed the button, it would just nudge forward, and it was really frustrating. And then after various attempts and looking through and all the mentors helping me, I finally figured out that it was actually the controller that was broken. We'd been working with a broken controller from the very beginning, so it wasn't really helpful that we had that. So once we ordered a new one, it wasn't very much of a problem, and it started running up. Basically, you got to connect it and start coding.
Just drive it down the aisle or something.
What? Oh, of course. And by the way, Ethan made me this. Really cool. It was basically a little cover, making it like a race car. But basically, yeah, it's operated. One of the modifications was that I actually added like little tail lights. Hope to add headlights in the future as well. It's just at the moment we didn't have white LEDs, so that was kind of a problem. So yeah, basically it wasn't a very difficult project. It was more like having to troubleshoot with it, and also having a broken controller was really a big challenge for me, especially since I'm not really adept with electrical engineering, computer engineering. That was actually something that I had to struggle to a bit. But eventually I got there, and it was pretty incredible when I finally saw it move like this. I mean, I was ecstatic. It really made me start thinking about what exactly I want to be when I go to college, because, every teenager knows that. You always get asked, what do you want to be? And that's always really difficult to answer because, you don't exactly know. And for me, this program really helped me see what I wanted to do. Because originally I just knew, technology's great, but what does that mean for me? And I just feel like I want to be a part of that and help the culture grow in a greater way. And hopefully, like when I go to college, I really do want to pursue a career in computer engineering and computer science, just because of this program, because it really gave me, it opened the door for me to see like what it meant to be a computer engineer, an electrical engineer, computer science, and it was really interesting just to see all the different things and all the different people as well, because all the speakers, we were able to see like all the speakers who came in, we were able to see what they were doing, and it really impressed me a lot when I saw Lyft come in, like how they created their company and stuff like that. So that's actually something I really have to listen about. Yeah. Any questions?
How did you figure out that it was the controller?
So basically what happened was that what ended up happening was that we opened it up and we broke it further. So then we had to order a new one because we realized it was obviously broken then. So then once we ordered the new one, it worked perfectly. So it was actually kind of interesting. Otherwise we would have kept on working with it forever and never gotten anywhere. Yeah.
What is Arduino?
Arduino is an open source chip basically, and you can has different pins so you can communicate with various different things, like for example motors, and then a lot of people use it basically to create their own project.
And the motor shield?
The motor shield is by Arduino, the same company, and basically what it does is it allows for the Arduino to communicate with the motors, because otherwise it won't be able to do that. You specifically need it.
How well do you think you understand programming now after this project, and would you like to pursue that internship?
I feel like I'm still not very good, honestly, and I think I could get a lot better. And I hope that, going into next senior year, I can take robotics class and I can take various different classes that have technology. Problem being that my principal for some reason wanted me to do honors in some classes, and it was kind of difficult to manage that. So, but hopefully I'll be able to do robotics this year and be able to understand it a lot better. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Next up is Blair Blunt.